Hi, this is Caitlin Balderas with Moving to Austin, Texas Suburbs. I'm really excited today to talk to you about Round Rock. That's actually where I live, and so I'm very passionate about it. And I'm excited to tell you all the wonderful things about living here. If this is your first time to this channel and you'd love to learn all about moving to the Austin, Texas suburbs, make sure to subscribe, like, and hit the notifications bell below so that you can get all of our videos when they come out. We talk to people every day, just like you, that are considering moving here or considering moving across town. And we really love answering all of the questions. That's what we're here for. Don't ever hesitate to reach out. Whether you are ready to move now or a year from now, it's never too early to start asking questions. So please feel free to text us, call us, email us, or set up a Zoom call with us, which is my personal favorite, so that we can start answering your questions and get you over here to Austin. So it is only about 20 to 30 minutes from downtown Austin, depending on the traffic. And so it's the perfect distance, in my opinion, from being where all of the excitement is, and if you have to commute to downtown while still enjoying the suburbs and not being right in the middle of a city. So that's one of the reasons that I moved here with my family, and I think it's a great option for people that work from home or commute. It is ranking in the top 50 wealthiest suburbs in the country. Niche.com rates Round Rock as the number 21 best place to raise a family. It's also rated in Fortune as the number 12 best places for families. So there are a lot of families here. There's also a lot of singles. There's a lot of retirees. There are all different kinds of people here in Round Rock, and I love the diversity. It actually rates really, really highly in diversity. It has an A rating on Niche.com for diversity, and I really enjoy that. As part of my family is diverse, and we have a lot of different people in our lives, and I think moving from a place that was a little less diverse to here has been a really wonderful thing for all of us to learn more about different cultures. The schools that my kids go to have cultural fairs, and so we get to learn about different cultures that are new to us and just learn how to enjoy all the beauty that every different culture holds. We have a population of almost 120,000. Those numbers are a little old. We've had a lot of growth in this time since the last census, so I'm interested to see what the more recent numbers come out to be, but it's right there, just over 100,000 for this specific city alone, not all of the suburbs in the North Austin area, just Round Rock. We have really big employers here. Our top employers are Dell. That is the #1 employer in the Round Rock area, and they've been here for a really long time and contribute to a lot of philanthropy and a lot of development in our community. We have the largest indoor water park here. That was super exciting when they announced that. It's right here in Round Rock, and it's brought a lot of jobs to the area as well as a lot of conferences. If you live in the area and you don't want to stay there, you can buy day passes, but sometimes it's actually cheaper to just go ahead and rent a room if you have a large family, because then you get the passes to the water park for the whole day that you check in and the whole day that you check out. So it's basically 2 days worth of passes that you get to have just from staying there. So you can run the numbers and see which one is more affordable for your family. They also have a huge arcade, the largest arcade I've ever seen in person, called Tomfooleries. My kids absolutely love going there. They even have some roller coasters inside of Tomfoolery. You don't have to be a resident to go there and to enjoy the food and the entertainment. You just have to buy a pass if you want to go into the water park.
We're obviously not swimming today, but we're gonna go check out the water park and show you guys a little bit, and possibly walk into the grotto, which is my favorite place to hang out.
Here's my wish. My wish is that y'all would move to Austin.
In addition to those employers, Round Rock Premium Outlets is one of our top employers. And so a lot of people will come up to Round Rock to go shopping. They have designer brands and more affordable brands. They have a nice mix, including a Nike outlet, which is my son's favorite place to shop. The other top employers are the medical employers. So we have Ascension Seton, we have Baylor Scott and White, and St. David's. We have a lot of hospitals here in Round Rock, and so we are a large draw for the medical community as well. We are also known as the sports capital of Texas. We have made a point of putting a lot of sports facilities, baseball, football, soccer, all of these different facilities, and I continue to find new ones. And I actually have people from all over the country that have kids in high-level sports, and they end up coming here to Round Rock, and so they get to stay with me, and it's super fun. And so if you guys are a sports family or a sports person, this is a really good place to live, because then you won't have to be traveling all the time to go to some of the tournaments. When my son played 7-on-7 football, a lot of our tournaments were right here in Round Rock, and that was really convenient. So we have a beautiful downtown area here in Round Rock that's been revitalized. I love that they've kept the architecture and the history. A lot of the buildings have plaques on them telling you what the building was originally meant for and some of the history in it. And so when a business comes in and takes it over, they try to keep as much character as they can with some of the original flooring, brickwork, some of the stonework, and it just gives it a really cool feel when you're inside. They do have all of the restaurants in that area be mom and pop restaurants, no chains, and so that makes it very unique and some really, really delicious food. One of my favorite places down there is Liberty Barbecue, and that's definitely my dad's favorite place to go as well. And it's just really fun to go down there and walk around. In the evenings, they have piano bar, which is one of my favorite places to go. You just get to, it's the best thing about karaoke, but you don't actually have to sing. Everybody sings together and have a little bit of dancing in there. They have a lot of bars down that street. And then they have Round Rock Tavern, which has live music a lot of nights of the week, especially Thursday through Saturday. And that is definitely a place I frequent a lot. And downtown we have Round Rock Donuts, world famous Round Rock Donuts. It's been on the Food Network and the Travel Channel, and it is known far and wide for their special yellow donuts. It has a very unique glaze, a very unique batter, and usually the line is around the block for that place. They also have walk-up, but they are kind of like Chick-fil-A, super efficient at getting people through the line. So even when I pull up and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so long, I'm never there for more than 5-10 minutes to get all the way through. They also have Texas-sized donuts, which are about this big, and you can actually write on them special sayings. So I like to bring those to closings a lot of time, especially if there's kids at closings. It just makes the day super special and super yummy. If you continue downtown, we have a brand new state-of-the-art library that they just opened in the last year or so. And it is just absolutely gorgeous. It is a great place for people to go with their children, or if you want to work in a place, you work from home usually, they have some workstations. It's just a really peaceful place to go and enjoy some time. And they also have a lot of activities and a schedule of things that they offer there. So it is a really great place for the community to go and enjoy their time. We actually have two really well-known golf courses here in Round Rock. One is called Forest Creek, and that's actually the community that I live in. So I'm a little partial to that, but I definitely think it's a wonderful neighborhood and a wonderful golf course. And then Teravista. So both of these golf courses have communities built around them that have really great amenities. They have pools. In Teravista, they have multiple pools. They have a gym, they have a community meeting room, and they do community events in both of them. So in my neighborhood in Forest Creek, we do a hayride every year because we are known for our Christmas lights. And so people will come and do tours, but for us that live here, they put on a hayride that we get to go through the HOA, and people bring their trucks and flatbeds and literally hay. This might be the most Texas thing that we do here in Round Rock. A lot of people have a misconception that Texas is like the Wild West, but Austin is not so much. But we do enjoy this hayride every year. My kids look forward to it every year, where we get to go and look at some of the best Christmas lights in the area. And so these larger communities, master plan communities that they build around the golf courses, are really beautiful and really desirable for a lot of people moving to the area. It also helps for these community events that you can get to know your neighbors. So if you're new to the area and you don't really know anybody, by going to some of these events, you can make new friends, get to know your neighbors, and just get to know more about the community. Right down the street from Kalahari, we have the Dell Diamond. It is a AAA baseball stadium, and so it's owned by Nolan Ryan, and it hosts quite a few games every year, and we usually go to at least a couple a year. My favorite place to sit at the Dell Diamond is in the rocking chairs. They only have, I think, about 15 or so they do sell out sometimes, but you can reserve a rocking chair and watch the game from a rocking chair. And then they also have a grassy area right in front of that, so sometimes I'll buy a ticket or two for the adults, and then the kids get the grass seats, and then they can run around and do cartwheels and play with other kids while we're watching the game. And it's very affordable to go and watch a game. And every Friday they have fireworks, and it's just a really nice way to spend some time and have a pretty good budget around it. In addition to that, they sometimes host concerts at the Dell Diamond, and Snoop Dogg was there, and I live, I don't know, 3 miles away from it. I could hear Snoop Dogg all the way from here. And after that, they fixed the noise ordinance and they don't allow that anymore. But they do have a whole variety of different concerts there, as well as events throughout the year. So one of my favorite things to do in general, but especially in Round Rock, is eat. So I'm always looking for restaurants, and I meet a lot of clients at restaurants, go out for girls' nights, happy hour. And so these are some of my very favorite restaurants in Round Rock. I would say number one would be Jack Allen's. It is a farm-to-table restaurant. They have a very, very delicious regular menu, but then they also have a seasonal menu where they have specials depending on what's in season at the time. Very high level of service and very high level of food. And they have a really, really delicious dessert called a flourless chocolate torte that if you're unfortunately gluten-free like I am, it's gluten-free and I can still enjoy it. And that is a place I like to go and bring clients, and I also like to go for meetings because it's not super loud in there, so you can actually hear well and you know you'll get a high level of service. Right next to that, they have a sister restaurant called Salt Traders. So it's a similar feel, but they specialize in seafood, and they have a crazy happy hour. On Mondays, it's all of the night, and throughout the week, I believe it's 5 to 7, but always confirm before you go. But they have just these crazy deals. It's either 50% off or $5 off every appetizer. So there's a little district where Salt Traders and Jack Allen's is that just really has a lot of the best restaurants in Round Rock, right in the same parking lot. So right across the street from Jack Allen's is Whiskey Cake, which it is a chain, but it's new to the area. I have never had anything there that wasn't absolutely amazing. Everything from the appetizers to the entrees to the drinks, they're just beautiful and delicious. It is known for its whiskey, but I'm not a huge fan of whiskey, and so I've had a lot of different mixed drinks there, and they are all delicious. And the aesthetic of the restaurant is just so beautiful. They did a really great job designing it, and I just really enjoy being there. So that has been a very popular option for me. When I get to be the one to decide where we're going to eat, it's usually Whiskey Cake. Now, if you're looking for breakfast, I have two top favorites. Cafe Java, which is a mom and pop owned place. They are always crowded. I've gone weekday, weekend, lunchtime, all different times, and it's always crowded, but it's worth the wait, and they usually get people in pretty quickly. And you can order coffee while you wait. So that's a place that is really enjoyable, that is in the southern side of Round Rock. And then First Watch, which it is a chain, but I definitely think it's one of the best breakfast places we have. Very healthy, lots of options, and they have something called $1 Million Bacon, which is definitely worth trying. And it's worth exploring their whole menu, and they're open for breakfast and lunch as well. So most people, when they think about Texas, they think about barbecue, and we have no shortage of places for barbecue here. So Salt Lick is definitely one of the tried and true places here in Round Rock. It is actually in the same parking lot as the Dell Diamond. So if you're going to a baseball game, you can totally grab some barbecue before you walk over to the game. And their ribs are amazing. Their sides are amazing. I personally love their sweet tea, and they have a playground outside. So if the weather's nice, you can go outside and you can let the kids play while you enjoy your drinks and your food, and then head over to the game or head over to whatever you have planned after that. They also have another location, the original location, that's further out of town, but this one is very convenient for those of us up here in the north suburbs. Another restaurant that we really enjoy, which is in downtown Round Rock, is Palermo Pasta House. And it is so, like, the first time I went there, I was freaking out. It was so good. This is when I used to be able to eat gluten. They don't have any options for me for pasta now, but for all of you lucky people who can have that, they make their own pasta in-house. And I've talked to the owners, and they are super sweet and kind, and they are just really good at what they do. And so if you want some really good down-home Italian food, that is the place that I would recommend out of all of Round Rock to go get some Italian food. And then you can walk down the street, maybe go get a drink. There's plenty of options all the way down that street, and just make a night of it and enjoy yourselves. And it's very family friendly down there as well. So downtown Round Rock is really the place to be if you just want to have a nice night out on the town. So something that really surprised me when I moved here from San Diego is just how many parks that they have in the entire Austin area, but especially in Round Rock. I think you can walk to so many just from almost anywhere that you are. So there are 26 parks, and that's not including any of the HOA parks in each individual neighborhood. So this is just city parks. So throw a rock and you're at a park. Most of them have playgrounds, a lot of them have walking trails, and you can go with the family, you can take the dogs, some of them have dog parks. It's just really wonderful when the weather is nice to be able to go out and enjoy these beautiful parks that our city provides for us. There are also 8 trails, and some of them connect to make this walking system all the way along Brushy Creek, which is our main creek that goes through Round Rock. Thank you for being with me today as we talked about my hometown, Round Rock, Texas. I hope you enjoyed learning all about the fun places we have here and what it's like to live here. If you are thinking you'd like to visit and see if this is the place for you, or come out and start house hunting, please feel free to reach out. You can text, call, or my personal favorite is a Zoom call to get your questions answered and get on the schedule for you to come tour this wonderful area. I could not say more better things about living here. It is really a joy to live in Round Rock. So if you think you might want to live in Round Rock, please reach out, and let's get you to Austin.